Of course, I know this morning is just a morning in solemnification, and I would have no more to say, but to just respect the program. As some of you may have heard this program, it's a very big ceremony. We are gathered here today, happily, of course, to witness an important and historic event in the history of Parliament in the Gambia. That is the handover ceremony of brand new vehicles to parliamentarians, officially procured and intended for honorable members of the legislature. This has never happened in the history of our party. This is what makes it history. And of course, symbolic. Today we are officially to equip the legislature with mobility through an innovative scheme as an organ of the state. We are therefore happy as a parliamentary service that this happens after many years of studies and strife. Right Honourable Speaker and members of the 6th Legislature, we take pride that this happens during your time as members of the 6th Legislature. Because the purpose of this gathering is the official handing over of this bill from the supplier to the National Assembly. Without no doubt, I will stop here and I would like to invite the right Honourable Clerk of the National Assembly to give this introductory and appropriate remarks.
Right Honourable Speaker of the National Assembly, Honourable Minister of the National Assembly, Honourable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Honourable Minority Leader and former Minority and Minority Leader, members of the Opposition, Honourable members of the National Assembly here present, our invited guests, our suppliers, representative of our insurer, Royal Insurance, representative of the Office of the ID, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, staff of the National Assembly, good morning and welcome
to this very important occasion. And it is a very privilege and honor to welcome you all
to this brief but very important ceremony for the handing over of the much needed and immense value vehicles to the members of the National Assembly. I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to all honourable members for your patience and understanding. And I will see you after this. Diligently working with us throughout the process. And together we are with us today against all odds and together with us. We are very grateful. We have fortunate of the expected increase in the supply chain and also caused by the unexpected outbreak during the COVID-19 pandemic and tight valuation during the period. But together with our suppliers, we really strong, and here we are finally making on our promises. For this, I want to thank CFO, Gambia, profoundly for the cooperation and understanding to honor the terms of the contract despite the changing dynamics. Distinguished invited guests, honorable members, today represent the greatest accomplishment and vindication of strategic thinking, careful planning, and diligent execution of our responsibility as National Assembly Service. It is indeed gratifying to know that this is the first time in the annals of the history of this institution that honorable members are awarded official mobility will expand their outreach and enhance one of their core mandate, that is representation. One more, this mobility scheme is done in such a manner that it minimizes costs of the government with the ultimate objective of being self-sustaining in the near future. loan scheme facilitated by the resource of collaboration with the district
and the National Assembly, it's anticipated that the provision of this facility shall encourage members to continue undertaking their duties and responsibility effectively and efficiently. We have also, throughout the process, as required by law, ensured transparency, accountability, and value for money. The vehicle we are sourced through an open tender with a very competitive bidding process. All the documents we are processed and reviewed and approved by the procurement authority. I therefore wish to return special gratitude to the National Assembly Contracts Committee for their thoughtfulness and steadfastness throughout the process. Together, they exhibited immense dedication to duty and determination, working round the clock to ensure that we deliver this project with our heads high. Thank you very much, the Contracts Committee, for a job well done. It was not easy. This is the first experience for both of us as management and as an institution. And all challenges encountered during the process serve as a learning curve. We will continue to build on our experience by providing high-quality service to the National Assembly. That's the mandate of the service, and we will continue to serve you, for you to perform your duties and responsibilities better to serve your people. That's our mandate and that's our responsibility. On that note, I wish to reiterate that the National Assembly shall continue to be professional and apolitical and will continue to serve this institution and the people it serves with integrity and to the best of our ability. I thank you all for your kind attention and welcome to this important occasion.
Thank you very much, Clark. Thank you very much. Couldn't have said it better. Indeed, this event is, of course, a groundbreaking achievement for the legislature. And of course, we acknowledge as well the efforts of our supplier, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Of course, they did tremendously well to get us where we are. Of course, there were some challenges, of course, but they worked tirelessly and collaboratively with us to get us what we get today. To us, parliamentary service, we are not providing, as the clerk said, we are not providing you with vehicles only, but in a very transparent and efficient manner for the world over to see. Thank you very much once again, Honorable Clerk. And now I wish to invite the Honorable, of course, anybody who is in this solemn occasion, we are, of course, permitted to call you Honorable, the Honorable Chief Finance Officer, who will deliver a statement on behalf of the Managing Director of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, our suppliers. Thank you. Honorable, you are welcome.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, honorable members of the National Assembly, distinguished guests, good morning. It's with extreme pleasure that I stand here today to present to you the 58th unit of Prado procured by National Assembly Services for the honorable members. Safe in distribution and service in Africa and overseas. In 2012, Toyota Tsusho Corporation acquired 100% of CFAO Group. Toyota's mission is to procure happiness for all through the pursuit of mobility for all. When you are free to move.
Thank you very much, Madam, for those, of course, brilliant statement, and of course we remain indebted to your office, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Of course, we hope the collaboration will grow from strength to strength to continue enjoying your efficient services as far as automotive is concerned in the Gambia. We thank you also for being very patient and of course supportive to us throughout all this process. Now, I wish to invite, as a legislature, of course, we couldn't have achieved this achievement, if I could say, without the support of government. And of course, it is also worth noting that Parliament is independent of government, of course, we understand that, but of course, the state is an corp. We work as a chain, and that's the reason why government has supported the legislature in getting us this mobility scheme. And on that note, by recognizing the support of government, we want to call the representative of government, who is in the person of the Honorable Minister of Finance, to give us a statement. Who is our darling, of course. We can give him the right honorable title. Not only honorable, the right honorable minister.
Thank you.
You may have the floor.
Very much.
Thank you.
Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable members of the esteemed National Assembly, Clerk of the House and the Authority, representative of the Royal Insurance, CFA representative, the supplier, members of the press, all other protocols duly and respectively observed. It is our pleasure today to witness the handing over of the fleet of vehicles for the honorable members of the National Assembly. This came about through partnership between the legislature and the executive to enhance and improve the working condition of the National Assembly. As we know, the state has three organs, and the judiciary, the legislature, that is the National Assembly, and the executive. Both branches must work in harmony towards the delivery of services and the improvement of the lives and livelihood of society. So in this regard, we deem it very necessary to partner with our other arm of the state, that is the National Assembly, to come together, work on an innovative financing scheme that has made this day possible. We believe, as representative of the people, you represent an important segment, that is the people's representative, and as such, your working condition and ability to fully discharge function cannot be without the needed mobility. This is not a luxury, it is an investment in the service delivery that the people have in you. And we hope and we are sure that enhancing the working condition, your role as people representative will be better delivered. We believe with the ushering of this scheme, gone should be days when the National Assembly are at a disconnect with the citizens that they are representing. We believe the mobility should make a close interaction between the National Assembly and the representative so that the views of the grassroots can be better reflected in the legislature and the society at large. So without much ado, Your Excellency, Your Honorable Minister, Honorable members of the National Assembly and Honorable Speaker, it is our single honor and pleasure for government to partner with the legislative arm to ensure that the legislative arm of society is fully equipped and geared up for the work that they are to discharge. And we believe these vehicles will go towards fulfilling that role. On that note, I convey the appreciation and the goodwill of His Excellency the President of the Republic, His Excellency President Adama Barrow. This would not have been able to come into fruition without his blessing and cooperation, and we hope to work together as a team to chart a new course for the development of this country. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Minister for Finance. Of course, we can agree more with you that this is not luxurious to the representative of the people, but of course a deserving facility intended to facilitate their representative role as parliamentarians. We can agree more that we can't see any other organ or institution or body that is more deserving than the legislature of a mobility. That we agree with you, Honorable Finance Minister. And of course, as you just said and observed, this is an innovative scheme. An innovative revolving scheme, as the clerk just said, and reiterated by the Minister of Finance, that this is an innovative scheme that we have adopted, and we hope we will, of course, serve as the model from today. And thank you once again for the partnership, Honorable Minister, and the partnership of government. We appreciate that so much. And of course, Deputy Speaker would say that you have been very supportive. And of course, even at late night, you will receive our calls and of course give us the support that we needed in this. We acknowledge that. On that note, I now wish to invite the Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, of course, to give his statement. Right Honorable Speaker. Speaker, sir.
Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Majority and Minority Leaders and Honorable Members of the National Assembly, senior government officials here in present, representative of the Inspector General of Police, representative of the Commissioner General, Gambia Revenue Authority, Director General or his representative from DPPA, our suppliers, that is CFRO Motors, the insurance company, Royal Insurance, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. Let me first of all return thanks and gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting me the privilege and honor to preside over the first ever handing over of vehicles to honorable members of the National Assembly. Let me state from the very beginning that these vehicles are not procured for luxury. They are acquired out of necessity. Over the years, honorable members of the National Assembly face significant challenges in commuting to the Assembly chamber for sittings, this thus resulting to lack of quorum or late start of sittings. Oversight activities have also been greatly hampered, as only one service boss is at the disposal of committees for this purpose. Much more, honorable members, majority of National Assembly members cannot even regularly visit their constituencies to interface with the people who elected them. This reality greatly affected honorable members in the execution of their duties and responsibilities. And it is this challenge that the mobility scheme seeks to address so that honorable National Assembly members can honor the social contract with the Gambian people as prescribed by law. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am fully aware of the concerns raised by the public regarding the provision of mobility scheme for members of the National Assembly. However, whilst I appreciate these concerns as it shows the interest our people are taking in governance of the state, I wish to assure every Gambian that the due process was followed throughout the process and the best value for money has been achieved. The vehicles are partly funded by members themselves, and its maintenance, fuel, and running costs is entirely on the honorable members. There is no argument as to what value a mobility scheme can add to the work of people who serve as the link between its citizens and the government. The people who are charged with the mandate of holding government accountable to the people and amplifying the wishes and aspirations of the citizens for redress by the duty bearers, and above all, make good quality legislation that promotes the collective well-being of all people. Honorable Assembly members, I want to personally applaud you for your restraint and patriotism during these difficult times before the delivery of this bill. For honorable members to operate independently, they require such tools necessary to enable them to execute that role effectively and efficiently. Having such vehicles is necessary to bring the NAMs closer to the people in all aspects of their legislative work. I am hopeful that with this new development, honorable members will now be punctual during sittings and make the constituency their home, as well as provide other support services, particularly to the most vulnerable of our communities. Honorable ladies and gentlemen, all of this would not have been possible without the commitment and support of the government under the leadership of His Excellency, President Adama Barrow. This shows the commitment, this shows the government believes in the independence of the National Assembly and is willing to provide the much needed resources to ensure that the legislature performs its responsibilities of legislation, representation, and oversight. I also wish to seize this opportunity to commend the Honorable Minister of Finance, the Gambia Public Procurement Authority, the Inspector General of Police, Gambia Revenue Authority, for their strong support rendered to the National Assembly to ensure the successful delivery of these vehicles. I also wish to thank the supplier, CFIO Motors, Gambia Limited, for living up to expectations of the contract. I also wish to thank my able Deputy Speaker, who was assigned to facilitate and coordinate the whole process. Sincerely, I thank him for a job well done. My appreciation also goes to the clerk and his contracts committee for working tirelessly with due diligence to ensure the delivery of this project. I remain hopeful that these vehicles would add great value to the work of the National Assembly members, and I urge all honorable members to live up to expectations of the citizens who have elected us. On that note, honorable members, let me once again reiterate that as an institution safeguarding democracy, social justice, and development, the National Assembly will continue to deliver its mandates as provided by the Constitution and promote the collective good for the benefit of all Gambians. I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And of course, thank you for thanking us. But of course, we must thank you as well for the leadership and of course guidance that you have provided us throughout the process. Though you have asked your deputy to stand for you, and of course in your absence, but you were on the ground, of course, behind the scene, guiding and of course providing the necessary leadership to get us this achievement that we are to hand over this morning. So we thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, as well for that guidance and leadership. Of course, we can agree as well, and this is just reoccurring, that the absence of mobility was indeed a challenge in the legislature. And of course, this scheme, and this scheme this morning seeks to address that challenge. So we can be more proud to ourselves than anybody else. So we are definitely proud to ourselves as a legislature that we are seeking to address that challenge. And we hope that, of course, addressing this challenge would improve our service as a service, and of course, their service as members to the people that they represent. Thank you, and we finally thank NAMS as well for the patient and enduring character during all this process. Of course, the clerk would tell you that he was not sleeping all night, every day, calls here and there, text messages, when are you going to deliver our vehicle? But today, here you are. We expect no calls in the morning, in the night today. Thank you very much for your patience and enduring character. We appreciate you all. Now it is my singular honor that we now get to the point. We will invite the representative of 𝒂𝒊𝒏 Motors Gambia, our supplier, to do the official handing over of the keys to the Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly. So we invite the representative of 𝒂𝒊𝒏, please, to hand over the keys officially to the Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly. Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, 𝒂𝒊𝒏 Motors Gambia once again, and of course for living up to the expectation on the contract. And thank you, Honorable Speaker, once again, and all members. Now the keys are officially ours, the National Assembly Service. Ours. The keys are, may I repeat, the keys are officially to the National Assembly Service. Ours. So we can decide what to do next. All right. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. There's a slight change in the program. We were supposed to do the commissioning of the vehicles by the Honorable Speaker, but to avoid chaotic situation, by going to commission the vehicle and come back for the vote of thanks, we will allow the Honorable Deputy Speaker to do the vote of thanks. So from there, we allow the Honorable Speaker, accompanied by all of us, to do a commissioning of the vehicles officially. So on that note, I now invite the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker to deliver his vote of thanks and declare this ceremony.
Thank you very much, Deputy Clerk. The Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒃𝒆𝒔, the Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable 𝒕𝒉𝒕𝒕𝒑𝒔, the Honorable Minority Leader and senior members of the National Assembly and honorable members of the National Assembly, clerk of the National Assembly and staff, senior government officials, representative of the Inspector General of Police, representative of the Commissioner General, Gambia Revenue Authority, representative of the Director General of the Gambia Public Procurement Authority, our supplier, the 𝒂𝒊𝒏 Motors, the insurance of the Royal Insurance Gambia Limited, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press. On behalf of both sides of the National Assembly, I feel greatly honored to give a vote of thanks this morning. I am particularly grateful to His Excellency the President of the Republic, President Adama Barrow, whose government sanctioned the autonomy of the National Assembly and created avenues for it to be resourced to execute its core mandate of legislation, representation, and oversight. This we appreciate and thank him profusely. We are humbled by the encouraging words from the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, our unalloyed partner. We want to thank you sincerely, and he demonstrated commitment of government to the principle of separation of powers and rule of law. And at this point, on behalf of both sides of the Assembly, to thank the Minister and his Permanent Secretary sincerely for the huge and progressive partnership and support. And I apologize for all the pressure, and probably maybe at a time I would be on his neck on phone while he's away and his Permanent Secretary, and they got things done while they are outside. And I saw one innovative on his ministry that even when they are outside, they perform their duties as if they are in the Gambia. Oh, thank you, sir. I will do justice without profoundly expressing our profound gratitude to the National Assembly Authority of the 5th Legislature for reviewing this policy initiative with a critical lens and giving it a clean bill of health, and the authority of the 6th Legislature for appreciating the value of this initiative and allowing it to progress without a hitch. Please, honorable members, order. I want to thank the Right Honorable Speaker, and I most profoundly appreciate the Honorable Speaker for his foresight and leadership. And to the Clerk of the National Assembly, Mr. Mamadou Cissé, and his staff, I want to commend him sincerely for their leadership, foresight, support, and staff for making this dream a reality. The Clerk and his staff work tirelessly in ensuring transparency, ownership, and accountability in the whole process. This is indeed a milestone for the National Assembly, and its significance cannot be overemphasized. To our government partners, the Ministry of Finance, the Gambia Public Procurement Authority, the Gambia Revenue Authority, and the Inspector General of Police and staff, we are very appreciative of the partnership to deliver this project and also for their support throughout the process. Of course, our supplier, the CFR Motors, it is with great delight that we thank you for delivering this contract. To all the institutions and agencies that have identified with us through their efforts in making this project a success, we say a very big thank you. And therefore, we want to reiterate, the Commissioner General of Customs, the Minister of Finance and his Permanent Secretary, the Inspector General of Police at the 11th hour for standing up and doing what is assigned to them, that is national duty, in ensuring that we get this today at this dawn. So we want to thank you sincerely on behalf of the Honorable Speaker, both sides of the National Assembly and Clerk of the Assembly. I want to thank all of you and to thank the distinguished members of the National Assembly for your patience and understanding and working tirelessly with the Office of the Clerk to ensure that this vehicle scheme is successfully implemented. For an event of this magnitude, we might have inadvertently missed out some names. It is not intended to diminish or overlook your useful contribution, which we appreciate immensely. In conclusion, I express our sincere thanks to the press for their immense support to enlighten the people about this scheme of the National Assembly, and enjoin them to keep faith with the development schemes and progress of the legislature. We are indeed grateful to all of you, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, for that, of course, vote of thanks. And of course, we once again thank you as well for your individual and, of course, tireless effort in getting this thing done and have gone done on time. Otherwise, I would have said, without your support, you would not have been here today to deliver the vehicle. But we would have waited for another month or two. That's not unacceptable, some members are saying. So we thank you, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, of course, for your effort. And on this note, I think we come to the end of this ceremony. What is left on the agenda, can we allow the members of the press and, of course, all honorable members get seated, to remain seated, and allow the Honorable Deputy Speaker and the members of the high table to proceed to the ground. And from them, then you can follow them to the ground. We do the official commissioning of the vehicles. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, to be led by other members of the high table to the ground to commission one of the vehicles and then officially certify roadworthy. Thank you. Can we give the Speaker and the members away, please? The mic. Hello.
Ya, assalamualaikum. Comme ça nga fala ngam rek pour la National Assembly sa mbe filika banta kata moto nyi an over let's speak
Let them go and do not move. I'm not going to do the one step.
That's how we see it. Other countries.
Assalamualaikum viewers, comme ça ala jinani ambotana kono kabale speech di sabina modola official hand over to the National Assembly member Honorable Speaker 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒏 Jata Belore and Minister of Finance Fele Belore sa badula ka jibe official hand over kala nyame ba tentula ka jay adu man ko abesum African TV follow kam Sidin Ndiaye Fele Deputy Speaker Aleola Jete fele mo ko kaje abula moro min namen ko Okay, albajala speaker be dunga motola ka moroni hand over ka officially hand over albola jakante
My contract is revoked by Alaji Dabo.
Mine.
Alhamdulillah.
Sign ala jale officer hanen over ketale sign Honorable Speaker moto nyam Burundi ala jate sa fela wajeka moto la otam bal tentula kalje Okay, so me dan nala jana fo nyaato domandi mba trala interview nyinta domandi auto mba tento 𝒂𝒂𝒃𝒔. That was the official handing over 58 vehicles so National Assembly members alola jeteng National Assembly building headed by the Speaker himself, Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒃𝒄𝒐𝒎 who double as APRC chairman and party leader. Auto mbeddan na jang fo nyaado domande mbe munna la nyaado domande inshallah